Good day, brothers and sisters. Every morning. The three sneeze. It also happens when I hit something very, very, very smart. Or should I say, very, very, very true. The Greeks, actually, there's a thing in the Greeks where they where sneezing has to do with something with the gods talking to you, something about something you're thinking or something you're saying is right or something, and sneezing. I don't know. Go look it up. That's not what we're here today. We're here today because there's something I've been seeing for a while, and I believe I have found what I need to help others understand what I've been seeing. Obviously, the title up there, Are We Living in Someone Else's Mind? This comes from this channel, Eye of the Truth. They only have a couple videos, like 7 videos or 8 or something like that, and I've only watched this one. And like I said, I don't know how these things happen. I'd be thinking shit. Next thing you know, I open up my stuff to go do an upload or something, and then bam, there's something there that I'm thinking of. And then I go searching. This is what I found on my search of the body. Remember, we've been saying we live on a God. We live on the God, right? We're not just going to say a God. We live on the God. I say there's one God and there's one form like we've been talking about. We would be living on it. Is what the scientists, this is scientific information from 2020. There is a scientist that has been studying the stars and nebulas and stuff and ends up discovering that, wait a second, I am a biologist. I work in microscopic. Where have I seen this before? Oh, yeah, in brains. So you're about to see the same exact thing in the sky in our brain. And then I'm going to take you to our blood, our tissue. And if you don't see what I'm seeing, cool. I don't care. If you can, cool. I don't care. Because it's not up to me. Just because I can help you see and cure your spiritual blindness doesn't mean that I can make you see. That's up to our Creator. He gonna have to do that for you, not me. So your eyes are open. You're gonna see what I'm about to show you, because there's intelligent life directing. Okay, just wait, because it's got to go through this video first. I'm not going to play this whole video because I don't care about the guy's personal opinions, because they still base their theory on a ball, which means there's space. It's funny. It is. Laugh.
Welcome to the Eye of Truth.
Then they got the Eye of Horus as
their someone's mind, and
what's it
we're
called?
Just living in
as
it.
Their
This is
logo.
Today's topic. It seems crazy, but I've got 2 very interesting images to show you. These were taken during some research conducted 16 years ago. The image on the left is a brain that has been dyed red. The image on the right is from a computer simulation of the universe and depicts a structure called a cosmic web. What's a cosmic web? You might think that outer space is mostly a vacuum containing very little matter.
Nope,
actually,
I do not think
gravity
that.
forms string-like substances in between galaxies, formed from matter and dark matter located throughout the universe.
See what I mean about
These strings, combined with a countless number of galaxies, form a...
how I'm not going to be using all their information, because their information is based upon a sphere, on a globe.
massive network throughout the universe. Researchers compared images of this cosmic web with a neuronal network formed from brain cells. As you can see here, the structures of the brain and the universe are very close. However, this by itself doesn't prove that the universe and the brain are structurally similar. Why? Humans are, by nature, very good at finding similarities between different things. For example, when we look at cracks in a wall or clouds in the sky, we start to see the shapes of animals.
Yes, pareidolia, but pareidolia is your brain trying to comprehend what it's seen and trying to make it something that you already know, something comfortable, like a polar bear, a guy smoking a cigar. Have I showed you polar bears or guys smoking cigars? So there's a difference between pareidolia and what's actually there. Because pareidolia is literally a sleep mind.
This is because our brains tend to search immediately for similarities.
Yeah, no shit.
Therefore, just because images of a brain cell in the universe resemble one another, doesn't...
So don't think that you're seeing pareidolia because no, because that's not your brain doing that. Because you can see the heads, the faces, you can see the intelligent life of creation construct.
Necessarily mean that their structures are actually similar. However, some seemingly definitive research was published in 2020.
This is the research.
The neuronal network of our brains resembles the cosmic web of the universe in all aspects, structurally, morphologically, and in terms of network characteristics and memory capacity. These findings are the result of a quantitative comparison of human brain cells and a simulation of the cosmic web,
They
and
need
are
a
therefore
simulation
highly
for that.
credible. The human brain contains 86 billion nerve cells and a neuronal network formed by these cells. In contrast, our observable universe contains a cosmic web consisting of approximately 100 billion galaxies. Some similarities in how both networks are structured have been discovered. For example, the most and least dense parts of the neuronal networks in our brains differ by a factor of exactly 100, or 1 micrometer versus 100 micrometers. Shockingly, the same range and density has been observed in the universe. The most and least dense parts of the cosmic web also differ by a factor of 100, or 5 million light years versus 500 million light years. This degree of similarity is hardly ever observed in the natural world, among the structures of different objects with a web pattern. The researchers who published this research investigated the nodal points.
That guy just lied to you right there, because there's a... I can take you to the Divergence channel and he can show you the Tataria, whatever his videos are called, of all the pictures from back in the 1700s and all that stuff. And other pictures around the world of people hiking and stuff like that. And you see, you could find these structures in nature. And the only explanation that you find these structures in nature is that nature was biology. Or should I say is a biology. Not a biology of plant, but a biology of a living creature.
The neuronal network of the brain compared with those of the cosmic web. Their analysis showed 4 to 5 axons extending from each nodal point in a nerve cell, and around 4 galaxies connected to each nodal point in the cosmic web. Even more interestingly, if the entire cosmic web network were to be used to store information, we would be able to store approximately 4.3 petabytes of information. In contrast, the human brain can theoretically store 2.
Think about the air. This is recent. What's the cloud, right? They want you to think that it's information stored in the sky.
5 petabytes of information. 4.3 petabytes and 2.5 petabytes might first seem to be quite a difference. However, even a slight difference in the structure of the neuronal network of the brain can result in an exponential difference in the amount of information that can be stored. Therefore, the 2.5 petabytes of the brain and the 4.3 petabytes of the universe are actually extremely close. It's as if the cosmic web is a structure meant to store the amount of information that a human-like intelligent being would accumulate over the course of its life.
Not to mention this universe that they're talking about. Once you go above the clouds, there is none. That's why telescopes are on the ground and not in airplanes.
Furthermore, moisture accounts for 77% of the mass of the brain, while dark energy accounts for 70% of the mass of the universe. There are also many other similarities. The fact that the human brain resembles the universe so closely seems to suggest something deep. This will surely be the subject of future research, but now I'd like to provide my own opinion and conjecture. The myths and legends that have been passed down over the years in many countries all over the world provide a very similar outlook on the universe. The universe was created from the body of a god and has consciousness. For example, Ymir, the primordial giants from Norse mythology, Pangu, the creator of heaven and earth from Chinese mythology, Gaia, a goddess from Greek mythology, and Geb from Egyptian mythology are all from different legends, but all tell the same story. We live in the body of a god. If we consider these legends from a modern perspective, we might think that they are merely the primitive beliefs of our ancestors. However, there is some modern Orthodox physicist with a similar perspective on the universe. Professor Avi Loeb is the former head of the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics and had held that position longer than anyone. In a 2021 issue of the Scientific American Science magazine, Professor Loeb posted an article with the following title: "Was our universe created in a laboratory?" If a sci-fi author wrote this, it would probably be dismissed as nonsense. However, this was written by a well-known academic and therefore attracted a lot of attention. He argues the following: intelligent life in our universe can be classified into 4 types. Class A life would...
We don't care about that.
Intelligent beings living in our brains. What would this look like to these beings? Imagine that there are intelligent beings living in our brains. They could, of course, observe the nerve cells and neuronal network. But what about the water, which accounts for the remaining 70% of the mass? Water is clear and is found all throughout the brain. These beings would literally be swimming in water, but would be
Okay, perfect. These beings would literally be swimming in water. Okay, beautiful. Thank you for ending at the right spot. All right. Now, I'm going to take you right here. All right. First things first, because I was already watching this, so I'm already a little behind. Or let me run it behind, sorry. I'm a little ahead. This is... Come on. There we go. Blood through veins, microscope. Microscopy, blood circulating, flowing, capillary. All right. So I don't just want you to think of the universe or your body or anything. I want you to also think of how we live. If you're staring at the ground from above, let's say a highway, a busy highway, right? We got a busy highway going here, brothers and sisters. And if you can already start seeing some of the intelligence in the spots that do not move, as if they are directing, as if a director. You're going, what do you mean? That sounds weird, AJ. Really? Okay, I know it sounds weird, but again, this is how I can see. This is how God lets me see. Okay, look down towards the bottom. You see the chain-like structure above the slow-flowing blood. Directing. The chain-like structure is a track-like structure. Any bunch of circles can make it. Squares. An interlocking system. Maybe that's what is better. Instead of a chain or something, an interlocking system. Look up to the right of it. You see how now again, think of a highway. Think of people rushing through and then trying to get in, trying to get out. Always at the conjunctions, I see a face. Always. Let's make sure we're on the highest quality it can give us. It is. It's on 480. That's as high as this video goes. I'll save in 720. But where the junctions are, I see faces. Mouths open, arms out, as if, no, don't come this way. You go that way. Bottom of the screen. Middle of the bottom of the screen. Look at the middle of the bottom of the screen. See that guy right there? And just like in my drawings, you can see them. See, even under different dimensions, you can see them. It looks like its eye is moving. And now shifting, shaping, shifting. Of course they would. How else would they move? Again, bottom of the screen in between the two, right before the split. It's as if they're in there directing traffic. And then you'll start also noticing the letters. You'll see the same letters that you see in my drawings. You're going to see them whenever you're looking through a telescope. You're going to see them when you're looking through a microscope. A telescope and a microscope are the same exact thing. One looks up, or should I say one looks out, one looks in. And once you get to a certain height, there ain't nothing to look at. There ain't nothing to look at. Trying to run through this because there was a really nice one I saw in here where it actually looks like a spirit is directing traffic. Or I don't know what to call them. I really don't know what to call them. You see that head right there at the bottom right, the eye poking out. I really wouldn't know what to call these guys. But like I've been saying, just like the Bible says, it's a body. It's a body. The body is the temple. Sure looks like that to me. I see an interlocking intelligent flow. Now, I guess maybe pareidolia could be, I see eyes, nose, mouth, and so I guess it could, but I don't think so, brothers and sisters. Look at the bottom of the screen again. Not in the flow. These things would hold up as if pillars, as if blockers. Okay, they're directing the traffic. Does that make sense? They're directing the traffic. This is inside your body, people. This is in you. This is blood flow. This is your tissue. These are your veins. kind of makes you think. So whenever you're decoding videos and you're like, oh, that person has a spirit on them, they're bad. Go look in the mirror, homeboy, because you made up with them too. You made up with the same thing. It's just, who are you gonna fill these caverns with? Who are you gonna fill these caverns with? Are you gonna fill it with darkness, with evil? Darkness and evil? Or do you want to fill it with Christ, which is truth, life? Look at the bottom screen again, brothers and sisters. You won't see it inside the flow. You will see them outside of it. Why? Because they are directing it. Don't you think it's weird that the heads you're finding right now are in conjunction with flow? Does that not seem weird? And if it's not in conjunction with flow, and if it's against it, it's a big turn, like a curve or an exit ramp. This one right here, bottom right of the screen. Sorry. Let me get it back for you. Bottom right of the screen. That is a whole figure. I see a head. I know you see the head. Who can't see that head? It's a mouth. It's two eyes. It's a nose. Bottom right section. Interlocked in the other ones. Come on, brothers and sisters. Look. How do you not see eyes, nose, mouth, cheeks? Come on. How do you not see that? Bottom right. He's sticking his tongue out now. Looks like. Looks like he's sticking his tongue out. And you see there's all sorts of other ones alongside of him. Layered out. Layered out. Layered through. This one's good. Look, you see that? It looks like a bridge. Looks like two roads traveling on, and then there's a bridge. Things were going over or under. Bottom right of the screen again. This more face, and these faces kind of look like books also. They kind of look like books. That one's got one heck of a chin on it. May God guide you, and peace will find. Stay blessed, brothers and sisters.